Hey everyone, Jacob here. Today is Saturday, September 27th. It is currently, I think 20 minutes after 11, and right now me and my mom are at the McConnells Mill Heritage Festival. I've actually been to this festival a few times over the past couple years, and this is the first time I've been here since, I believe, 2022, because we just got caught up in other things. So, yeah, let's see what this place has to offer. So this is what this place has. It's very similar to the farm shows I've showed you over the past couple years. People have their own tents up, and they sell stuff that's like crochet. They have like probably a place that sells honey from bees. They probably are selling t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. This place is selling some fall themed stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. This is another place I used to play on a lot when I was a kid coming here. This is the little playground. There's the warning sign right there. They also got a petting zoo over there. I checked it out. They got a couple alpacas or llamas. Can't remember which one is which though. To any of my Gen Z or Millennial fans, who remembers playing at wooden playgrounds similar to this on a hot summer's day, coming down that slide and getting burnt really bad? I bet you remember that. Pretty painful experience, but a memorable one. Alright, I'm gonna go down the slide now. I had to crawl up in this tight area just to get up to it. But anyway, here we go. Whoa! Oh. That wasn't hot. It's cool today. Okay, me and my mom were just right over there, and so we're just walking in this area right now. Take a look at this trailer that has all these hand-cranked corn shellers on it. Watch this. See that? You put the corn cob in there, it shells the corn off of it. Well, actually, I believe that's a meat grinder, not a corn sheller, but they look very similar. Take a look at this. This guy right here paints very lifelike Bob Ross paintings. Alright, me and my mom are on the opposite side of the road over here, and this right here is a little Civil War display. These cannons actually do fire. The next firing demonstration will be at 12:30. It is currently 11:50 right now, but they got a lot. But this is like a mini Civil War display, or like whatever you call it. But anyway, they got a couple guys over there dressed in Civil War soldier outfits. This is some people are also selling some books about the Civil War as well. Okay, so me and my mom are right back where we started a few minutes ago, and I'm just filming some places I might forgot. There's a few places around here. Look, there's kettle corn over there, and there's some lemonade right there. Kettle corn's over there, I think. Alright everyone, it is currently 20 past 12 right now, and the cannons will be firing in about 10 minutes, so I'm just hanging out up here with my mom for a little bit longer, but I wanted to show you this. There's some antique cars on display near the entrance. Look at these old cars right here. Take a look at this this small delivery van. Could you imagine squeezing in there? Look at this old Jeep right here. This is an old Army Jeep. This is built in Butler, Pennsylvania. That's where Jeep is headquartered, I believe. This is an old Chevy 3100 pickup truck, I believe from the 40s or 50s. See this right here? This is an old Japanese K truck. There's a funny story I have to tell you about this, but take a look at it. Nice one. Now about the K truck I showed you. The lady who owns it was very nice. She allowed me to sit in it, and the K trucks are from Japan, in case you're wondering. So of course it's on the right side instead of the left side, because in Japan they drive on the left side of the road instead of the right side in the U.S. So yeah, it was on the right side. The windows also had the old hand cranks to put them up or down. Had a manual transmission. It was a 1993, just in case you were wondering. So yeah, that's a K truck. You should look them up. She got it from a dealer in North Carolina. So I think you would find that interesting. Right now I'm going to just wait a little longer so you can watch the cannons fire. Alright everyone, it's 12:27 right now, and in a few minutes they're going to start to fire the cannons. They're getting them ready right now. They're stuffing the cannon, getting it ready to fire it. We're going to do it. Here we go. Okay. Watch the tree. Whoa! Look at the smoke.
We have a few minutes before we get started.
Nice.
Guns ready to fire.
Here we go.
So anybody that is sensitive to sounds, hold your ears, open your mouth. Fire, everybody, from the right.
Wow, all 3 of them. Let's go. All right, we're actually allowed to get up close to the cannons. Take a look at them. There's the fuse right there. There would be like a little fuse. They'd light it. A guy would pull a rope and boom, fire. And they would use that right there to clean out the barrel, and then use a sponge to shove the gun, the ball in the tube itself. This is how they'd pull it, I assume, with horses. And there's a smaller one right there. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the footage I got of the cannons firing. That was very interesting. And they were loud too. I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine what it'd be like firing them every few seconds after reloading while in battle? That's just a recipe for being deaf right there. But anyway, my mom just went to the bathroom. I'm going to meet her real quick. So, and after that, we're gonna go hike down the trail to the watermill. So I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, we're walking down the trail. Probably hear the water in front of us. Okay, so we're on some on some concrete steps. This right here, I believe, was the old trail, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but if you look through the branches, you could see the roof of the mill. So we're almost there. All right, we're almost there. I just came down a new section of the steps. Whoa, and we're literally close to the bottom. All right, we made it to the mill. Okay, we're inside of the mill, and this is some of the equipment they use to grind up stuff like wheat and corn. There it is, buckwheat flour bin. We also got some framed pictures here. This right here is the chute where the grain, I believe, would come in. I believe that's wheat or barley. This right here is the buckwheat cleaner, and this is the bagging chutes. The bags would be right here, and they'd be filled up with the flour. Alright, so we just came out of the mill from the 2nd floor, and we're looking at Slippery Rock Creek. Take a look at that log on the waterfall. We don't want to get caught in any of that. The water can actually come up to here. Look at that pile of twigs. Alright, I'm on the other side of the mill right now. I'm about to walk on this dock right here. Here's the creek right here, and this lock right here allows water to come in at a certain speed and come out there, go underneath into there, which will be going in a few minutes, and then that turns a wheel and powers the whole mill, grinding the buckwheat, corn, and other stuff into flour. Hopefully you can hear me over the rushing water. That covered bridge over there, we'll go under that too if we got time. Take a look at this tree again. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that. Right now, me and my mom are going to go walk the trail up here. Okay, so we just entered the trail right there, and we're about to walk on it. My mom claims that we've never been on this trail before, but it looks familiar. Yeah, you don't want to go swimming in here. You're actually not allowed to, because you can't wade or anything, because you'll get caught in that waterfall if you're really unlucky. Look at this tree growing on this rock. This reminds me of Cooper's Rocks down in West Virginia. Wow, look at that. This is why I love Pennsylvania, because of stuff like this. Not sure if you can see it through the trees, but there's just a bunch of big rocks sitting there. I could tell you a short story about big rocks like that. When I was about like maybe 5 or 6, I'm not sure. I was riding on my uncle's John Deere tractor up in Scandia, which is in Warren County. We drove back on the Scandia road a little ways, and he collected a couple big rocks, and I asked him where'd these rocks come from. He told me the Ice Age brought them down. Oof, last Ice Age was about, I think maybe 10,000 years ago. Hold on, I went the wrong way. The last Ice Age was about 10,000 years ago. And, sorry. So that's how they got down here, and I actually believe that. And that's probably how these rocks got down here too. Thought I might tell you that story real quick. Okay, we're almost to the waterfall, but look at this sandy texture they have on the rock here. Look at that. It's like a rusted piece of metal, and that looks like moldy bread almost. Looks like moldy bread. Mom, doesn't this almost look like moldy bread? Alright, I think this is Alpha Falls right here, or one angle of it. Alright, here's a better view of the waterfall. It appears that it just starts up there. Don't know where though, but maybe it's just a natural spring. Then it comes down here, flows all the way down to the Swickley Creek. Okay, we just came, the waterfall is literally right down there, and we just came up these steps, and we're going to take the road back down to the mill. We're going to walk to it. Alright, so here's the McConnells Mill State Park parking lot. So we're just walking down this road. This is where the tractors come up to give people the ride. So we're walking back down to the mill. We're going to go on the bottom floor, and then we'll probably ride the tractor back up. Okay, so quick change of plan, you guys. Me and my mom are getting back on the trail right now. We walked down the road a little bit, and we're like maybe halfway to the trail, because there's like a buoy right there, or whatever you call them. Anyway, so we're gonna walk back to the mill, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, everyone, me and my mom made it back to the mill, as you can see behind me. Right now, we're gonna walk back on another trail, so because she's gonna show me a trail me, her, my dad, and sister hiked up when I was like really little, when I was like maybe 3 or 4. So she's about to show that to me. Then I'm gonna go back in the mill behind me and show you the final floor. Alright everyone, well we stopped walking right in this area right here, and we're looking for the trail that we hiked up when I was really little. We might have passed it, but it was in this general area up here. From what I remember, when we made it to the top, we came out at that playground I showed you earlier. So, and I believe we passed the playground area, like where we would have come out if we were right behind it. But my mom is certain that it's out. It was here somewhere. I don't know. We're gonna double check, and I'll let you know if we do find anything. But I'm not sure if we will. Okay, we're almost back to the mill, and my mom just said we might have gone up this way, but I'm not sure. Something tells me that it was near right where the mill is. It was closer to there. Okay everyone, I'm about to go in the mill to show you the last floor before we ride the tractor back up to the top where we started. So let's get this done. Okay, I'm on the bottom floor right here. This is one of the original turbines they used when they switched that stuff. There's the water coming in there. The flowing water would make the turbine turn right here, make those gears turn, and the grinders would grind up the buckwheat and corn into flour. Probably can't see because it's pretty dark. Here's one of the original turbines they used right here. It's considered free power. Alright, back outside again. There's that tree on the waterfall and the Swickley Creek. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the footage I got of the mill. I'm sorry if it was quick, but there was nothing really in there to show that much because it was a little dark, but I did get what was important. Anyway, I'm about to meet up with my mom so I can ride the shuttle up back to the top, so I'll see you in a couple minutes. Hey, there's some people with their kayaks. I saw them all walking on the trail. Real quick everyone, this right here, you could throw coins into this. I don't have one or anything yet, but I just figured I could show you this real quick because the tractor is coming. Alright, here we are, getting on.
Sit up here.
Yep. Alright, we are off. We're being pulled by New Holland T6 series. Yeah, look at that, the cliff. Someone could have jumped off that onto the wagon. Look at that. This is what the Ice Age brought down in car. Yeah. Look at that beacon. It is glaring. Or flashing. Whoa, must be a power shift transmission. We're halfway there. Alright, just around this bend, we are almost there. There's the Civil War setup. They just fired off the cannons again. Alright, we made it. Alright, I just got off the hay wagon. There's the model of the tractor in case you're wondering. It's a New Holland T6 155. Alright, so me and my mom are about to go get some kettle corn, then we're probably gonna get going. So, yeah, I'll see you in a little bit when I get the popcorn. Alright everyone, me and my mom are about to leave. I got my big bag of kettle corn here. Like, that's pretty big if you ask me. We paid 11 bucks for it, but it's gonna be worth it. Excuse me, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the McConnells Mill Heritage Festival. In case you're wondering when this is, it's the last weekend in September every single year, so I highly suggest you check this out. But anyway, that's gonna do it for today. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you later.